Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Tanisha coming at you again, just to talk about something that I've been thinking about. And I can't really say that I've never been this type of individual, but I've learned and grown and do things a little bit differently now in my life. So I just want to talk about the negativity that people often express or they often operate in. For example, I just know a lot of different people and I meet a lot of different people. And just through growth and transition, I've seen myself work my way out of a lot of different mindsets that are negative mindsets. And some of the negative mindsets that I see the most just in dealing with a lot of people are number one, stress. A lot of people stress about a lot of different things. They stress about if they're going to have enough money. They stress about if they're going to be able to buy this. They stress about relationships. They stress about it. They are overly worried about things going on around them. There's no trust of God. Actually, I'm just going to be honest of it. There's very little trust in that God is going to take care of them. There's very little trust in that God will help see them through their particular situation. A lot of people are fearful. They're afraid of losing their job. They're afraid of, oh, he's going to leave me. They're afraid of my child, something happening to my children. A lot of different things in which people fear. And the question is, once again, do you really trust God to help you navigate through these situations and circumstances that you're involved in? And misery. A lot of people are just miserable. They're not happy. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with their life. They're not happy with the people around them. They're just not happy. They're miserable people. And then you have people who just continuously complain about the good, complain about the bad, complain about the ugly. They just complain. There's always something to complain about. They're never satisfied with anything going on in their life. It could be a bright and sunny day. The sunshine is too bright. If it's a rainy day, the rain is too wet. It's just like they're always complaining. And these are very toxic individuals because it's, in my mind, I'm like, at what point in time are you happy? At what point in time do you enjoy life if you spend 95% of your time complaining about the different things going on in life and in your world? I mean, just finding the wrong in everything. There's just a lack of total positivity. There's nothing positive about what they have to say. There's nothing joyful about what they have to say. They're rarely happy about anything. If they're happy about something, it's only for a short period of time. So, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, what's wrong? And what I've come to the realization that it just seems to me that there are some people who are so rooted and grounded in chaos, in disorder, in negativity, to where they don't want to experience anything positive. They don't want to embrace anything better than complaining or stress or worry or fear because they're so used to it, because it's so ingrained in them that they just figure that's the way it's supposed to be. And when you try to introduce something other than to them, they reject it because that's what they are. That's what they're used to. That's what they know how to handle. They know how to deal with fear. They know how to deal with worry and stress. They don't know how to deal with strength and faith. And they don't know how to deal with not worrying. They don't know how to deal with not being stressed out. Because they've been so stressed out and so full of worry for such a long period of time, it has become a part of them. It's a part of their personality. It's a part of the way that they operate. That's just how they live. And many times these people don't know God and they've not dealt with him on an intimate level. A lot of people say they know God for whatever reason. They were brought up in the church, their auntie was a pastor, their uncle was a pastor, their granddad was a pastor, or, they went to church all their life. But my question is, do you really know God? Have you really walked through some circumstances where the only individual, the only entity that you were able to actually have help you was God? I'm talking about when mama couldn't help you, daddy couldn't help you, doctor couldn't help you, attorney couldn't help you, friend couldn't help you. No one could help you. But it was until you got a good relationship with God and you prayed and you spoke to him and you increased your level of faith that you begin to see his hand move in your circumstances. Have you really gotten to that level? Have you really had a relationship with him? Not that I go to, over by the side of the Rock Jericho Church, Episcopalian AME. No, because going to church does not give you an automatic relationship with God, because there's several people who have been in the church for many of years and don't have a relationship with God. They don't have faith in God. They have a form of faith, meaning I believe that God exists. I believe that Jesus exists. But if ever I get into a hard situation or there's a circumstance that I can't quite handle, I'm not going to call on God. I'm going to stress about it. I'm going to worry about it. I'm going to complain about it. I'm going to be in misery. I'm going to be fearful about it. That's their way of handling the situation. So my question is this. If you really say you know God and you really say you have a relationship with him, why do we stress? Why do we fear? Why do we worry? Remember, he said without faith, it's impossible to please him. In other words, if you don't have the confidence in God that you're supposed to have, you're not pleasing God. Sorry, I didn't write it. He did. So my question is this. What can you do in order to increase your faith level in the God that you say you know? There's many things you can do to increase your faith level. You can begin to listen more to the word of God through, your pastor if you have one, or different pastors that are available via television or the internet. But you need to be discerning in how you listen to and who you listen to, because you can't listen to everybody. That's just like you can't eat everybody's cooking. Everybody's cooking is not the same, seasoned the same way. And everyone's cooking is not good. It's the same way with preaching. Not everyone is coming with a pure, unadulterated word of God. Sometimes it's manipulated, it's maneuvered, it's tampered with, and all this other good stuff. But find someone who you can sit up under and listen to the word of God. That increases your hearing. That increases your faith by hearing the word of God. So that's one way. Another way is to begin to pray. A lot of times people don't know how to pray. They don't know what to pray. But sometimes just one word, help, or help me God. Sometimes you can start off small and work your way up to praying the long prayers that some people pray. But it's all about an effort to engage in a relationship with God. And I think in that instance, that's where a lot of people will begin to see these things fall off. The stress, the worry, the fear, the doubt, things of that nature. So I just encourage you that if you're going through things and you're in a place of negativity, a place of stress, a place of worry, a place of doubt, a place of fear, a place of complaining, a place of ungratefulness, if you're in that place and you know you're in that place, I encourage you to seek out different individuals, men and women of God, who can pour into your life and speak to you. Whether you just jump on some websites. I know I used to listen to Joyce Myers a lot, joycemeyer.org. Joel Osteen, I listen to him a lot. Bishop T.D. Jakes, I listen to him. Creflo Dollar, I listen to him. Bishop Paul S. Morton, I listen to him. There's some more local people that I listen to as well, concerning them breaking down for me the word of God and pouring into my spirit. Because a lot of times we as people, we pour into every other part of us. We pour into our bodies. We give our bodies everything that they want, and I've been guilty of this in some instances. We give our mind everything that it wants. We read as many books as we can. We get educated as much as we can. I've done this too. But then we neglect our spirit, and our spirit is just there, empty, and only full of negative things. Because if you really look at it, there's a lot of negativity around us that surrounds us on a regular basis. So it's just in our best interest to do something to combat that negativity, to combat that non-positive force that we're surrounded with on a regular basis. Me personally, I choose to listen to praise and worship music, Christian gospel, Christian hip hop on a regular basis in my own personal time. I listen to other music as well. However, what I pour into myself on a more regular basis is going to be Christian music. So with that being what it is, I just encourage you to increase your positivity and to decrease your negativity. However, which way you choose to do that. If you want some more ideas, you're more than welcome to hit me up. inbox me, email me, whichever one you choose to do. But once again, this has been your girl Tanisha from Do Better, Be Better. Bye.